All right, we're live. Okay. Hey, y'all. I am your host, E.STONES, and I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, where we will be introducing some of the hottest up-and-coming artists and funniest comedians. Every Wednesday at 2 p.m. on SKP Talk Radio and What's Good in the Hood. I'll be talking about some of the topics directly from your neighborhood. I want to know what your thoughts are on what's going on in your neighborhood. SKP Talk Radio is about enlightening, empowering, and educating, and informing on how we can make our neighborhoods better. So call your mama, call your friends, call your daddy, parole officer, call anybody, grandma, don't forget grandma, and let them know that we are here live right now. Okay, today I will be talking about your point of view on, do men only prefer women who wear their real hair? This ought to be good. So stay tuned while we bring you this song from our new and upcoming artist playlist. This is Decimals by Drevo Coolidge. Okay, Drevo Coolidge is from Sandy Parish, Bermuda. Is becoming a great musical artist here in the ATL. This young rapper is making his mark and people are loving it. So check it out. We'll be right back on SKP Talk Radio.
Big head on the beat. Yeah, I've been running up them decimals. Got my car with some decimals. Pushing on the star with my decimals. Heavy with the bar with my decimals. We gon' buy the mall with my decimals. And I've been running up them decimals. Alligator flies on my Kelly. Let me up with swabs on my Kelly. Weezy told me mob like some gangster. Cause weaving bob when I hold it down. Serving up the squads, so we go legit. Feeling like the mall, I'm like if we start a mall, I'ma keep my grits. So I'm grinding hard just to get a chip. Turn it up, by that freedom. Tell you this time I'm not a hero. I'm money tag. Saucing in the bottom of my Barney's bag. Hopefully got the body, not a freezer. All about my cash, I'm back to zero. Saucing up the swag. Keeping up the strong from a sippy bag. I've been running up them decimals. Like my car with some decimals. Pushing on the star with my decimals. Heavy with the bar with my decimals. We gon' buy the mall with my decimals. And I've been running up them decimals. Little fingers to the Pino. What's that on my city? Pino. Picking up the bag. Counting up the cash, picking up the tab. All they bustin' around but like a Pino. Holly on the makes he tryna freeze them.
Okay, we're back, and I am your host, E.STONES. I'm live from Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to talk about your point of view on, do men only prefer women who wear their real hair? I've definitely
I hope not.
Insight on that. It's just not going to be as bad as you think it is. Women have come a long ways with this hair, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it, and I definitely want to hear from you guys out there, so send in your comments or whatever, so I know what you're thinking. If you're a music artist and would like to have your music played on SKP Talk Radio, please submit your registered and clean version. Y'all know what I mean by clean, right? No cussing. Okay. To soundkingdomartists@gmail.com. Right now, we would like you to check out this song from my new and up-and-coming artist playlist, very clean version. This is Good Girl by Ray Renee. Ray Renee is definitely a rising superstar in this industry. This beautiful girl is from Memphis, Tennessee, going to Tennessee in May. And you can find her music and follow her on social media. Check it out. We'll be right back on SKP Talk Radio shortly.
It took me a while to figure it out, to talk this wild at night.
Yes.
So I had to take time to adjust my style. You know you see me, I could be your free. But boy, it could only be me. Cause boy, I'm not an option. But the way I'm gonna give it, you have an option. I know that I'm a good girl. But baby, for you, I won't be bad. Yeah, I'm a good girl. But baby, for you, I won't be bad. I know the type that you like, yeah. I know the type that you like, yeah. I know the type that you like, yeah. I know the type that you like. Thought I was quiet, girl, then you can take pride. Didn't think that I would put it on you. Baby, leave it right. Yeah. You girls got a couple moves too. Just cause we spend more time is good. Don't mean I won't put it on you. Now you know that I'm but boy, it could only be.
Did you get a chance to listen to the song for me? You like it?
I like it. It's great. Yeah.
A lot of time of it.
Yeah. I know that voice.
I know the type that you like.
She's from Tennessee.
Yeah, I know that voice
I
from
know the
somewhere.
type that you like. I know the type that you
like? Yeah.
Okay, we are back. I am E.STONES on SKP Talk Radio. We're talking about your point of view on, do men only prefer women who wear their real hair?
All righty then.
And we definitely want to hear from males and females on their point of view. So just type in your comments and check us out on SKP Talk Radio, Facebook, and YouTube for the latest information and shows. And please don't forget to subscribe and like. Do men only prefer women who wear their real hair? Okay. Me personally, my mother is a retired beautician. For some of y'all who don't know what a beautician is, it's a hairstylist. Just an old school term. You know, my mom's 92. Okay. So growing up, I was around hair, oh my goodness, more than I cared to be around hair. So I've seen it all. Now, my mother, she never did the weave thing, but she did style wigs for people and everything, as well as do their real hair, you know, with the perms. And then I remember she got into the Jerry curl. She didn't like it till she found out how much you get for doing one Jerry curl, you know, so she was cool with it then. She said it took too long, but you charge appropriately, you good. You know, so I've had perms and everything growing up, all kinds of stuff. But as far as a woman, anything you want to do to enhance yourself, that's entirely your choice. That's how I feel about it. Do I like every wig I see, or do I like every weave I see? No, I do not, because some people, okay, I thought it was supposed to be to enhance what you already have, not just totally make you into somebody else, you know. But that's your thing, you know. With all them different wigs, a man can have 4 or 5 different women and still be with the same woman, you know. So it's all good, until you start asking for one particular wig too much. Then that's gonna be an issue. Okay, so it's like this though. This is for the women. Some women, they didn't take care of their real hair, okay, and it wasn't that much. And so now, first of all, weaves, hair pieces, everything, they require some type of maintenance. or whatever. You just don't slap it on your head and run out the door. You know what I'm saying? It requires some type of maintenance. So a lot of women didn't take care of their real hair. And so now they got a whole bunch of other people's hair on top of their head, and they're not taking care of that either. What sense does it make to walk around with a nappy, unkempt weave? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh my God.
You can't take care. You got a weave that you don't take care of the weave either. You know, that doesn't make any sense. So you just got more hair not to take care of. Anything you do requires, when it comes to beauty, it requires maintenance. You know, it requires maintenance. It requires some type of finesse. It requires some type of, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I'm having a brain freeze right now. I'm about to be 58.
Wow.
Hope y'all saving your money because I expect a big gift. It requires some, oh man, well, it requires that you pay attention. In other words, maintaining it. And it requires a good choice. It requires a good choice. Why?
Something that's going to fit your face and complement your age and your look. Because some wigs don't, it's not for everybody. Every wig is not for everybody.
And that's the thing. You see something on somebody else and think it's going to look good on you. And that's not necessarily the case. Okay. Then, this is the main thing I have with some of the hair pieces. You're supposed to get a hair piece that matches the color of your hair. You know, you've got this sandy brown hair, whatever color, light brown, whatever it is, and stuff like that. Then you got this jet black, where's it, slinky number 5. Inky number 5 or whatever, stuff like that, jet black Asian hair just hanging down and just like sitting on the top of your head and everything. It don't make no sense. Come on now. And what do they call these big fat doo-doo braids? What do they call them?
The bun?
No, these big fat braids and stuff.
Oh, the big fat braid. I've seen it. I don't know the name of it. But I
have dookie braids or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't care. Like I said, I look at this kind of stuff, and it's kind of, like I said, my mother had me into that at a very early age and everything, kind of stuck with me that I pay attention to a woman's hair. You know, I don't care if it's short, bald, keep it up. But when you have these big fat braids and everything, that looks good because it's supposed to be hanging down. Why do people get all these long weaves and then pin it up out the way like it's in the way or something? Why do you have long hair sewn into your head, but then you don't want to wear it down? You don't want to wear it out. And these things, these big fat dookie braids or whatever, when you pile it up in a spiral on top of your head, it looks like a pile on top of your head.
Dookie braid. That's why they call it dookie braid.
That's sick. That don't make no sense. And it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Hey, these are just my opinions. You know, that and 20 cents, and you still 75 cents for a cup of coffee. So it's just my opinion. Okay. Anyway, I have another song from you for my new and upcoming artist playlist.
Thank you, Jesus.
This is my girl Rain. This is my song Rain by Shamita J. She's beautiful and talented, and she has an amazing voice. She's also a recording song artist from Freeport, Bahamas. She's a songbird and has a love and passion for music. So please make sure to check out more of these up and coming artists' music and follow them on social media. Check them out on SKP Talk Radio, and we'll be right back.
Rain on me. Your love is like rain. Can't even explain. Try to find the words, but I got lost in the maze. Shocked in the maze. Stuck in the days. So infatuated with
Serious though. I'm serious. I'm like, come on, man.
Everything can change. We went from chit chat about this, that, to come back, man, you know I need that. When we kick back, we relax, you're all mine, man, no doubt about that. You are my number one, baby, and I'll forever be your lady. Rain down on me. Rain down, rain on me. Rain down on me. Rain down, let it rain on me. Rain on me. Knock, knock, I'm coming through your window. You always kept excited in my kinfolk. Wow, we need a minute, babe. Nah, we need an hour and that's give or take. She like Michael Keith, just make it precipitate. She the type I lay it down and then she do some play. Yeah, do you believe in love the first wife? Yes. Do you believe in love at first sight? The smash, red eyes in our first flight. It's clash, early birds, they just wanna take our wings down. Envious of us and know they fake. All them old hoes better tell me how it tastes. You can have it anywhere. My camera so Canada, I just take you to pick a date. Bitch, you want to get your back shots. You give me that intel like a laptop. She know it's lit like a matchbox. I got the forecast, got the showers on that ass, so you gotta do it. Rain down on me.
Okay, we are back, and I am your host, E.STONES, on SKP Talk Radio. We would like you to check us out on SKP Talk Radio, Facebook, and YouTube for the latest information and shows. And please don't forget to subscribe and like. Is that right here?
Flashback with E.STONES.
Flashback, huh? It's always interesting. Okay, we're about to have a flashback, and this is what I have on my mind. When I met my best friend. My best friend is, I guess, my brother from another mother. We met when he says 5, I said 6, because we were in first grade, but he trying to say we met before we were in first grade. I don't know, but he traumatized me when we first met. You know, because, you know, I'm a little kid. You know, hi, you know, my name's Eric. What's your name? And he, pow, punched me in the forehead. Said, my name's James.
Don't forget it.
And I'm your new best friend. Wow. You know, so he beat me up most of the time. I had no choice and everything. His story was how we got on an even keel was I hit him with a chair. I have no recollection of this, you know, but it changed things. Thank goodness. I'm glad something happened. I thought he just got tired of swinging on me. But anyway, we've been knowing each other for a very long time. We are both 57 years old, so we're looking at over 50 years. He went in the Navy the very next day after I went in the Air Force. And out of all our little crew, our little clique that we had in Savannah, we were the first to meet, and we brought everybody else in through me or through him. And we are still friends to this day, you know. And ironically, we're all from Savannah, and we live 15, 20 minutes from each other in different directions, you know, here in Atlanta. So that's kind of fun at times and everything, you know. But best friends, you know, boys are boys, you know, stuff like that. And it's like you make a pact, man, no, nothing ever gonna come between us and stuff like that until they get married. When they get married, ooh, that's a whole nother thing, you know. If you're fortunate enough where you get along with their wife, man, it's a beautiful thing. If you don't, man, it's always something. It's always something, you know, but you you can't hold on to stuff that, well, man, you told me when we was 8 years old, blah, blah, blah. Well, hell, man, I'm 25 now, you know, yeah, but for single people, is, you know, once you say it, that's a wrap. That's bonding, you know. We ain't did no blood pack or nothing like that, but your word is your word. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's cool. It's cool. He's cool. He is solely responsible for getting me into music. He is solely responsible for me ever starting a band or even believing in my playing ability. Because some of my friends, I grew up with some guys who were just straight prodigies. You know, these cats were making money before they could drive, playing music. You know, which has surprised me that they're not professional musicians. They're professional musicians. They're just not
out there on that level, but they still
doing. Yeah, they're just not doing it full time like they should. They didn't believe in themselves like I believe in them, you know, but they're doing their thing. You know, they're doing their thing. When people hear them play, you know, it amazes people. They still amaze me to this day.
Was that some of the people that you showed me on that video that was playing at that rehearsal?
Yeah. Well, no, those not. Well, my brother on bass.
Right.
You know, him. That's the one who started me playing bass and started me into music, period, and everything. You know, so he's phenomenal.
Awesome. Yes. Yes.
He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. You know, and I got a couple other friends, you know, that play, you know, guitar and drums and you know, and stuff like that. And they just never gave it up. You know, they just never got to the level that I wanted them to get to, because I had to work to make a living, and I felt they played good enough to take care of me. Well, I wouldn't have to work, you know, but it didn't work out that way. You know, so that's how it is. But you know, that's basically, you know, talking about, you know, my best friend. I love this fool to death. You know,
that's awesome.
He says we fight. We don't fight, because both of us, we watch what we say. If something, you have to make us really upset to really just, we don't argue or nothing like that. He says what he says. I roll my eyes. He says what he said. I say what I say, you know, stuff like that. And he look at me like he caught me kissing a man, you know, but it is what it is, you know, stuff like that. Our parents still live down the street from each other. Wow. You know, so it's amazing. It's amazing to be friends, but you know, guys are not like girls. Girls have best friends and stuff, and then they fall out forever.
Not me though.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's good. You know,
my best friends, believe it or not, my best friends now, my closest friends, are the one I went to elementary school with, and the other one I grew across the street from. Those are my two best friends. I've known them now about at least 45 years. Those are my and of course my sister and my mom. But yeah, that's
that's pretty good.
Yes.
But see, you from South Carolina. I noticed the bond.
It is
women
different
in South Carolina.
Yeah, the bond is different.
I have ever been in.
Yeah, that is true, because it's like sisters. Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I have noticed that, because I lived in South Carolina twice. And I just noticed how the women just get along.
Yeah, and even with our family, like we're getting ready to take another family trip, and we do that maybe about 3-4 times a year. Okay. A family and friend getaway, you know. So yeah, we do that about 3-4 times a year. So it's close bond. And the same friends that I've told you about, known and went to elementary school, a lot of them travels with us. So that bond is still there. So that's kind of cool. You and your best friend, you know, are
man,
still
we grew up calling each other's mom, mother, and stuff like that. We grew up in a neighborhood, not a hood. We grew up in a neighborhood. I remember I got a friend here. I remember his father. We was outside my front yard one time, and he stopped by, and my mother was out there and everything. And, you know, we was getting to that age, you know, when we 14, 15, trying to smell ourselves and everything. And so he's saying, listen, y'all go out there and get in the street and you go to jail, I promise you, you're going to spend the night and everything.
That's
you know?
a promise.
And I looked at my mom, I was like, I know you ain't going to leave me in jail. And she's like, well, you better not go. So I was like, okay, you know, but that's how we grew up.
Right.
You know, that's how we grew up. That's how we grew up, you know. So we're about to play another song from a new and upcoming artist playlist. This is Netflix by Charles Reed. Charles Reed, he's one of Atlanta's hottest rising artists from Cleveland, Ohio. My barber's from Ohio. He thinks every good piece of music ever came out of Ohio, but he's right on a certain level. Anyway, Charles Reed is also an Welcome back, and once again, I am your host, E.STONES on SKP Talk Radio, and I'm here with Words for the Day with Miss Tyree. Hey, sweetie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I am doing great, especially now that I'm here with you because I know you more.
Right. Remember, we cousins. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's something new.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think we're related.
Okay. Well, if I get in a fight, you better be my cousin. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, of course. Then, yeah, we're cousins.
All right. Words for the day.
Yes.
Our first word is going to be something that I learned I have a lot of, and that is tolerance. Tolerance.
That's like the rinse for the toilet, right? Tolerance.
The what?
You know, the tolerance. You know, just don't use ammonia and bleach, because especially together, because I did that once. Woo! Whew. Tolerance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's that's what I thought.
Bad the worst. The next word is going to be accommodate. Accommodate. Could you please use that in a sentence?
Of course, baby. You want to come and accommodate me? I told Brian that my sister was a trick, but he gonna accommodate her anyway. See? So I guess he gonna have to learn the hard way, okay?
You told me your sister was a what?
I told him that my sister was a trick. But, you know, his head hard. He gonna accommodate her anyway. You know what I mean? Men.
I hear you. Yeah, he's not too bright, is he?
No, he's not. He's not as bright as I am.
The next word, you kind of like complexion. The next word is elephant. Elephant.
Oh,
elephant.
Yeah. You know, elephant to have a baby, but it ain't her husband on though. Matter of fact, none of them kids look like him. Ellen also is a trick. Okay. Hey.
All right. Put people business out there. The next word is Adjust. Adjust.
Oh, Monique asked me if I wanted to go to the movie. I told her I'm just going to stay home and watch TV.
Okay.
You know, catch up on Empire, you know.
I didn't spell that right.
See what Cookie's doing.
I didn't say it right. That's right. You good. I didn't say it right.
I know I'm good. I know you want me.
Next word. All right, the next word is contemplate. Contemplate. Can you use that in a sentence for us?
What was the word?
Contemplate. Do you need to see it again?
Oh, you wrote it out. Oh.
Contemplate. Contemplate.
No, not really.
You're in English.
Oh, no.
Okay, pass on that one.
I don't have to know the word.
Exactly. And the last word of the day is collar. Collar.
Oh, Marcus says that every time he go by his mom's house, he be begging for money. So I told him, don't go there. Just call her. Bye, Call me. I know you want me.
I think I bit my tree. Okay, listen. If you're a music artist and would like to have your music played on SKP Talk Radio, please submit your registered and clean version to southkingdomartist@gmail.com. And now we're about to have announcements on what's good in the hood, and we'll be right back with you on SKP Talk Radio. I still want this one.
Please send us an email to skptalkradio@gmail.com and type in subject upcoming events. Also, we would like to know if there's a leader or someone who has impacted or empowered and has a positive influence in your community or neighborhood. This could be a minister, a teacher, a coach, or law enforcement. Please send their name and how they have influenced their community or neighborhood to skptalkradio@gmail.com and type in subject Good Samaritan. They may be chosen for special recognition to be aired on SKP Talk Radio and awarded a SKP Talk Radio Good Samaritan plaque. Thank you for listening. And now, back to E.STONES.
Okay. Right now, I have from my new and upcoming artist playlist. This is Splash by Zion Moore. Zion Moore, born and raised in Decatur, where it's Greater Georgia. This young upcoming star has set stages on fire, y'all. Just ablaze. Zion Moore selected by Essence Magazine as the next.
Very special, very special. Yeah, we splashing out, splash. Walk inside the Linux bag full of swag, up inside my rib tank, hit the wet splash. Pull up with your chick, now you looking at splash. You mad? I'ma give them back.
Talk Radio. I would like to thank you for listening and to also thank our partners and sponsors on SKP Talk Radio. They are SBPC Publishing Company, RPM Cigars, Miles Select Vodka. Still got to get me some of that.
Ooh, that's good.
JBJ Entertainment Group, Solomon Services LLC, Love Entertainment, and last but not least, Trinity Productions, who does all of the music for the show. If you'd like to become an SKP partner and sponsor to help us continue to empower, educate, and entertain, contact us at skptalkradio@gmail.com. And check us out on SKP Talk Radio as well, Facebook and YouTube for the latest information and shows. And please don't forget to subscribe and like. Let's see. I would like to say thank you for joining me today. And my final thought of today is no one is perfect. Man, we would like to believe we are, but no one is perfect. I know where I fall short, and as a believer in God, we all fall short daily, you know. Sometimes people mistake having confidence in yourself for being arrogant, but you just have confidence in yourself, and that doesn't mean that you think that you are perfect. It's by far, that's not it, you know, but walking around like you don't know anything. And, you know, my thing is I love to help people. That's how I get my blessings from God. I try to help anybody. Me personally, you got more than me, and I can help you get more. I will help you because I'm not jealous of nobody. I'm not envious of nobody. Do I wish I was good at some things like certain people? Yes, but that's no reason to hate on them. And just because they're good at it and confident in their abilities, don't mean that they think that they're perfect, because no one is perfect but the Father. That's if you believe that, you know. So no one is perfect. We all fall short, but, you know, just bringing up people's shortcomings all the time or whatever, and people talking behind people's back, you know, saying they think they this, they think they that, and everything, that's not helping nobody. You know, me personally, I'm a straight up person. Anything I can say behind your back, I will say in front of your face, you know, because I don't mean anybody any harm, and I don't think anybody does, you know. So no one is perfect. Just remember that. But sometimes that's not an excuse to do some of the things that we do. I'm talking about as a human being, you know. Sometimes that's no excuse to do the things that we do, because no one is perfect. We should all be striving for perfection, you know, but you're going to fall short. That's okay. You just get up and keep it moving.
That's right.
Just get up and keep it moving, because no one is perfect. All right? Well, listen, I can't thank y'all enough for being here. And please join me next Wednesday at 2 p.m. I was out last week. Things happen sometimes. And I apologize if you were looking for the show and it wasn't there, but, you know, things happen sometimes, and that's just life, you know. So join me next Wednesday at 2 p.m. on SKP Talk Radio with What's Good in the Hood. Y'all have a blessed day.